Alright, welcome back everybody. Today I wanted to kind of give a brief explanation of what a pig and jig is. If you're new to bass fishing, this is an awesome method, a weedless method most of the time, to really bring out big bass out from under structure or in structure. It allows you to drop your jig straight down into it, and then of course they bite the lure, and then you reel the fish out of the structure, which is really, really nice. On a slow day of fishing, especially in an area where you have a lot of structure, this can be a game changer. So I'm going to explain to you a couple different things of how the pig and jig works and what the pig and jig is. If you go to the store, you probably will not find a pre-made pig and jig, okay? It consists of two different parts. You have a jig head like this, okay? More exclusively, a jig like this Pro Model Strike King that I have here that has a jig head, and then it has your weedless fibers right here, and then of course the hook. Now that is the jig portion of it. A lot of guys will like to use the ones with the different strings on there and whatnot, such as this one right here. Is good by itself. It has a lot of movement in the water. However, if you want the meat to it, something that a larger bass would strike, you have to attach what we call the pig to it, which is basically just one of these crayfish style or other style shorter soft baits, okay? Where I primarily live, a lot of fish like the crayfish, okay? So I'll fish this right here all day long and catch fish. However, most of the fish are going to be in that 10 to 15, 16 inch range, as you can see in a couple of my videos. However, if you take this simple little soft bait crayfish and you attach it to a jig head, then I have created a pig and jig, which is what I've done right here. Alright, so what I've done is I've just taken this simple jig head, and I'm going to try to get a little better focus here. So a simple jig head right there where my thumb is that I've attached to the pig or the crayfish. Okay, so now I have a pig and jig. So in the water, this will be just going up and down, and that little bit of extra crayfish on the back right there gives the meat to this lure and allows a larger bass to strike it. Now since it is weedless, I should be able to drop it down into structure without having to hang up every single freaking cast. And this particular jig head does have a rattler right here, so which is always a nice touch. So as I'm down there and it's jigging back and forth, back up and down, it'll make some noise opposed to just them sight eating it, I guess, or reactionary bites. So there you have it. That is what a pig and jig is. If you're new to bass fishing, I hope you found this helpful. There's a lot of different style pigs out there that you can fish by themselves with just a jig head on them, such as I've done with this crayfish. And there's all different types of little crayfish and worms and all different types of soft plastic that you can fish with just a standard jig head. Or you can get one of these Pro Model jigs from Strike King like this and create your own pig and jig, which can be awesome when you're fishing heavy structure or at a time that bass really aren't feeding and you want a slower retrieve where you just bounce this off the bottom or just drag it along the bottom. So there you have it. That's what a pig and jig is. I hope you guys found this helpful, and please feel free to share anything in the comments, and hopefully I can get back to you with some tips and tricks on how to use this. All right, thanks guys.